Hey guys, Ryan Man here, back in another video. This time it's another showcase review on a Hot Toy figure. This one being the Hot Toys MMS 658, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Amazing Spider-Man once a scale collectible figure. This is the Andrew Garfield. You know, technically this is the one from No Way Home, but because of licensing, they didn't get his okay on the likeness for that movie. They decided they did have the likeness for Amazing Spider-Man 2, so they just put it on that brand. Pretty cool looking box. I like it. It's all shiny. It has all the names of the people in there. Spider-Man 2. Interesting thing. I've been wanting a Spider-Man. I had the Spider-Man 3, the Toby, but then I sold it because I was going to get the from your neighborhood Spider-Man, but I pre-ordered it on a site that ended up being shady, and I got scammed out of the money, and I missed my pre-order. I wasn't able to get him, but I've been wanting, like I said, wanting a Spider-Man. I loved the Amazing Spider-Man 2. The first Amazing Spider-Man is still my least favorite Spider-Man movie, but I really liked him in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and No Way Home. He was awesome, so I'm glad to have this one. Yeah, I've always liked this suit. And another interesting thing is the first video my first figure video, I believe, was the original Marvel Legends Infinite Series version of this Spider-Man. It was the first review I ever did, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting to have the next, a better an upgrade, I guess, of that. So, in a way, so I'm glad to have him in the collection here. So it's a nice looking box. Like I said, you take off the sleeve there, and it shows the figure with all his accessories. And has a nice, with great power comes great responsibility, and a nice picture of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man there. And it says the Amazing Spider-Man MMS 658 1/6 scale collectible figure. So anyway, took a quick break out of package he comes with and detail articulation of the figure. So usually I'll say at this point in the video, I always look at the instructions. Seeing as this is a used figure, I did not get the instructions. It looks like they forgot to put them back in the box, but here's the figure here, looking pretty nice. I think very good at suit. The only thing is, of course, is the eyes. The eyes are not the right color. They didn't do that in either time they put the figure out. There is a mod for that though, but and I'll show you. I am missing a couple hands. He said, the seller said so, but I do have the base here with the crouch grabber. I believe the crouch grabber is right here. Yeah. So there we go. There is that. Doesn't look like he's used the webs at all. There's like different web attachments you can do. I'm probably not going to use them either, to be honest. Here's one that you can put around its hand. They look pretty nice. And there's like the end of the web here. Very nice. He has his bundled up mask you can put in his hand when you have the other head sculpt on. You cannot put that on. There's a nice looking Andrew Garfield head here. Really nice looking. It is a little younger because this is the one from the first Amazing Spider-Man, technically just repainted, but it does look really nice. And since I had the head, I had the head pop off. It's not actually that hard to pop the head off, which is nice. I was very scared of that. So there's your Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker head sculpt on there. Looking really nice. And it comes with different arrays of hands. I unfortunately, like I said, I according to the solar, there is a couple hands missing, and I'm not sure which ones those are. But these are the ones I would be using anyway. Is these web hands? Those are the two I'd be using. I'm personally going to be using. But he comes with the traditional pointing hand, so you can do the meme. Open, like crawling, kind of crawling and sprawled out hands. Web line, web holding hand. Another one of those open kind of hands there. Another pointing hand. Another one of those open kind of hands. Gesture. Another open hand. I had to guess I'm missing like some kind of gesture hand, I think. Gesturing hand. And a couple of the web shooters with the lines so you can actually attach the web to them. So, still pretty good on your hands that I have options with. Nice looking. Again, that's the masked head. Try to do a little bit of an articulation in his head because he looks up, kinda down side to side with this is the unmasked head, of course. So before, I'm really scared to actually move it too much because I don't want to mess the suit up. But put your arms like that. Forward. A little bit of a pivot and rocker there. Yeah, see, there's a little mess up on mine. He said that was there. I might be able to fix that a little bit, but it's not too bad. But, so yeah. Still pretty good articulation. You don't want to leave it too much in some of these suits because it will make the creases in the suit, so you don't want to mess with it too much. But it still looks pretty nice. Still pretty good articulation, I think, for a Hot Toys figure. Which are, most of the time you want to use these. These are figures that you just put in like a museum pose and just kind of keep them there. So it looks pretty nice, I think. If you want something like that, you want like a Yamaguchi or like a Marvel Legends or some of the import figures. If you want something to do really crazy things like that. I believe these come out, since I don't have the instructions, I'm kind of winging it. But I think these come out. No, wait, maybe they don't. I don't want to mess with them. So I'm not going to be using the web shooters anyway. So I don't really want to mess with that. But like, these come out like usual. These with the peg. A lot of these have pegs. It looks like most of these have pegs to begin with. It looks like, at least on mine, he doesn't have the on both shooter hands, but he does have one for this one. So I'm going to give him one web shooting hand, because it's Spider-Man, you kind of have to. But, there it is with the Andrew Garfield head on again. So yeah, I think the web grabbing hand, the mask grabbing hand is another one that he didn't come with. But still really like how he's looking. That's him with the base on. I'm a little worried about heaping that on him long term though, because I'm afraid that's going to actually wear on the suit. So I might just try to have him without this on his face, if he will stand. I got to see how good he'll stand on his own, because some of these will not stand very well. He seems to be okay. But I'll get you a couple size comparisons. Here he is kind of with a couple of my bunnies there. He's a little shorter, being a 1/6 scale compared to a quarter scale. I guess you have mixed media, mixed figures wouldn't be too bad, I guess. If you don't mind having like a bunch of different kinds of figures from different things together, I think that's different scales, which does bother me. But I mean, there he is. There you get an idea of how he'd look next to a quarter scale. And again, all these figures have I have videos on them on my channel, so please check them out. And for a Marvel Hot Toys comparison, he is with the only Marvel character I still have in Hot Toys. Well, here he is next to my Deadpool Wolverine. Wolverine, he looks a little bit taller, but I believe it's just because of the base. Yeah, see, they're about almost the same size there. So he'll look good with your Marvel Hot Toys. He's taller than the Jack Sparrow. I think this Jack Sparrow is a pretty short figure comparatively, but also have a smaller base with him because I'm not using his actual base. But he'll look good with all your other Hot Toys. And again, I have a video on all these figures on the channel if you want to check them out. So looking pretty good. So all in all, I am happy to have a Hot Toys Spider-Man in my collection again. Like I said, I really liked Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I think he was great in No Way Home. So I'm glad to have him. I plan to get Toby if I can find him at a good price too. Then I'd have them. If I'm gonna get a Tom Holland, I actually would like the new one that's coming out for the new movie. I think it looks good. He may not be my favorite, but I am looking forward to that movie. And I like the new suit, but to me, Toby's like my favorite. And then I'd say Andrew Garfield. So I'm glad to have him, especially in this suit. I'm sure he'll be in Secret Wars with that. I mean, they might do something crazy if he is in there and give him a new suit. But if they do that, I just to have this one. I'm glad they were able to do it. Even if it's not officially from the Way Home, it's great to have this character represented. And I'm okay with that because I liked Amazing Spider-Man 2 a lot, to be honest. And this is an older thing. It's more of a showcase since I don't have a lot of the extra things for him. I don't even have the like webbing hands, so you could put that like on there, kind of. But like and it's an older figure. A lot of people in the community probably already have seen and have this figure, but I wanted to do a showcase because I had just gotten him. I like doing videos on all the figures that I get, and I like them. And if you haven't got them, and if you can get them for a good price, I definitely recommend him if you're a Spider-Man fan. Amazing Spider-Man 2 fan, Spider-Man No Way Home if you want to have all three of them together, or just a Spider-Man fan in general. Anyway, this is my quick little showcase review on the Hot Toys MMS. Get the number. 658, 1/6 scale collectible figure. Hope you liked it, found it entertaining. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave a comment if you appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, and Ryan's always my Facebook profile is going to be in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.